Because you guys, I literally just broke out of jail a week ago. And when I say jail, I mean the hospital. Like literally, it felt like jail. So anyways, I was in the hospital, you guys, for a total of 5 days. I feel like I was lied to, tricked, bamboozled, and I said I'm never going to the hospital again. But I will say that the doctors did make sure that I was well taken care of. The nurses were excellent. Space is where I wanna be. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to today's vlog. If you're new here, my name is Danielle. I am now a mom of 3. I just gave birth to my 3rd baby. It's a baby girl. We were so excited that she made it here, and we got to see what gender we were having this time. It was a surprise gender for us. So anyways, I am in the hospital. Was not expecting to be in the hospital. I have pre-eclampsia, or so they determined, based off of not having accurate results, but my high blood pressure. So it's been a long, crazy 3 days. I was not expecting to end up back in the hospital and be separated from my newborn. It's December 11th, and Saraya was born December 8th. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on the beginning of this vlog of what's been going on since I had her. Pretty much, I told you guys in my labor and delivery video that I was induced at 39 weeks, and it was 3 days. She was born at 39 weeks and 4 days, so born December 11th. I had high blood pressure, which was like 142 over, I think, like 10 something. Like the bottom number was like 105, something like that. So my doctor told me to go ahead and go to the doctor or to the hospital so we could start induction. I did have high blood pressure at week 37, and it was like 136. But other than that, my blood pressure had been normal the whole entire pregnancy. So went to the hospital. We had to induce. That happened or whatever. My blood pressure was high during the induction process, but once I had her, my blood pressure went down. It was normal. Her doctor cleared her to go home like Friday, and my doctor, like Friday like night, my doctor cleared me to go home Saturday morning. So she did end up letting me go home. She was just like, just monitor your blood pressure, because once I had her, my blood pressure was normal. So she told me just to monitor it while I'm at home, and if it's above 140 over 90, then to call. So the next day, I took we bought a blood pressure cuff from Target, and the next day I was checking it, and it was high every time I checked it. And so I ended up calling. It was Saturday, so no one went to the office. I talked to the nurse, of course. They ended up saying they ended up telling me that they would contact the on-call doctor here where I gave birth at the women's center, and if they didn't call me back, to go to the emergency room. So I went to the ER. They ended up sending me back over to the women's clinic, which I preferred. We all preferred, because we didn't want to be in the ER with a newborn that was 2 days old. And low-key, I wish I kind of just would have stayed in the hospital till Saturday, and maybe my blood pressure would have went up, and we would have avoided like the back and forth kind of thing. But anyways, went to back to the hospital, or the women's hospital where I gave birth. They took some blood to do testing. They took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure had dropped significantly since I left the ER. It went down to being like at a moderate state, and we were about to leave, and they were going to tell me just to check in with my doctor, but then it went off again. My blood pressure was back up, and they were like, based on your results, they're going to go ahead and determine you have preeclampsia. They said based on my results, they determined I had preeclampsia, and I asked, like, did my urine come back saying that? And they told me it was inaccurate, because there's still like blood in my urine from giving birth, so they couldn't really determine it. And so guys, that like really, I don't know, I was just so emotional. I'm not an emotional person at all, But that made me really emotional. Like, I felt like I did not want to be back in the hospital. I want to be at home with my newborn baby, with my other kids, with my family, you know. And then they told me I have to stay for 24 hours to do like a magnesium thing. I had to like get like get treated. You know, I knew it was very important to get treated, and I didn't expect to be 24 hours. Um, and they said magnesium is like very strong. You cannot be by yourself in the hospital with the baby, because I was like, okay, well, at least she can stay with me and I can nurse her. But I knew Derek had to at some point go back home and get things situated with our other kids. We came to the hospital not thinking that I was going to be staying for 24 hours and that it was like I was going to get treated like this. I thought I was going to get like a high blood pressure medicine, but no, it's a whole thing. So I've been here now for 24 hours. Did take a couple clips of me, you know, here before I got on to talk to you guys, but it's just been like a whirlwind. Derek and the baby have been up here. They were here early when I first came, and then they came up here later. I've been pumping milk. I've been feeling like you feel like you got the flu, like especially in the beginning when they first started. Like your body gets hot and flushed when they run the magnesium in your body, and it's like a whole 24-hour thing. They told me I couldn't eat. That really made me upset. I started crying when they told me I couldn't eat because I was so hungry, and I just think so many emotions going through. Like, and now I can't even eat, and so I had like a clear liquid diet. So I've had Jello, popsicles, water, Sprite, and chicken broth. That's what I've been eating. And so now that I'm off the magnesium, my blood pressure has gone down to like a moderate state, like 130s over something low, like 88 or 77. So that's good. But they took me off of the magnesium, so now I can have a real meal. I just ordered my first real meal, and I have to stay here till like tomorrow early afternoon to be checked, and they put me on a drug. I'll put the name of the drug here. I'm going to pick it up once I leave the hospital, and I'm going to be on it, I guess, temporarily until the preeclampsia clears up. I had no idea you can get preeclampsia after giving birth, but I guess it is a thing. You can get it after birth. I didn't have any signs. Come in. They brought my meal, guys. They forgot to let us some tomato, but I don't even care because I am so hungry. I'm about to smash this. I'm so hungry. I even ordered a brownie. It's tiny, but I'm gonna enjoy it.
Lately my thoughts got me distant. Darker days filling up darker minds. Stuck in this room that keeps spinning, wondering how you been, where you hide. Late night drinking, wishful thinking.
Hi you guys, what's up? I'm sitting in my kitchen all cuddled up because it is freezing outside. We have like a almost at summer. We have a winter storm going on right now, and it's not even like a snowstorm. It did snow yesterday, like maybe an inch or two, but it's below freezing temperatures, which is why they're calling it a storm. It was like negative, I think 4 today was the lowest, but it like felt like 40 outside, they said, in some areas because the wind chill. It is so cold. Me and Derek went shopping, as you guys saw. We had to finish up a little bit of Christmas shopping. I feel like I'm behind on like a lot of my Christmas stuff this year because, you guys, I literally just broke out of jail a week ago. And when I say jail, I mean the hospital. Like, literally, it felt like jail. I was literally just so over this whole issue I'm going through. So I wanted to update you guys on my postpartum journey, and then we'll get back into the regular vlogs. I have been home for a week now, like I said, a week exactly. No, what's today? December 22nd. Yeah, today's December 22nd. So we have, no, today's December 23rd. So 2 more days to Christmas. So I have so much to do for Christmas. So much cleaning to do, organizing to do. My mom has been holding it down. Derek has been holding it down. They've been getting things done. And I have been home for a week now. A week and 1 day, so 8 days. And I just been relaxing, taking my blood pressure medicine, chilling. You guys know, if you know, you know, I have a hard time just sitting back relaxing. So I've been doing my best at doing that so my blood pressure could stay regular. But anyways, I told you guys at the beginning of this video how I ended up going back to the hospital because my blood pressure was high. And they told me I had to do a magnesium drip, and it was 24 hours. I did not want to do that at all. I really wanted to just go home, be with my kids, be with my newborn, and just soak in like all the Christmas stuff that, you know, I thought I was gonna be off work and just enjoying my family, enjoying our new addition. My mom's here and all that. And so no, I did the magnesium drip. Once I got off the magnesium drip, guys, my blood pressure was okay-ish at the time because I just got off the medicine, but then it still was going up and it was still like at dangerous levels, they said. So like 170s, 160s sometime. And pretty much like I said, I don't know if I said it earlier or not, but they said I had pre-eclampsia, and so they needed to get my blood pressure regulated before I could go home. And so pretty much they had to keep changing the dose of medicine to get it perfect. At this time, once the 24-hour period was up, Soraya could be up there with me by myself, but my mom was at home and things were okay. The kids were not as freaked out as I thought they would be. Lily calmed down and was more so like, okay, she understood what's happening. Jace was like off in his own little world, and I was really worried about him because I literally have not been away from Jace for more than 24 hours since he's been born, except for when I had the baby. So they were okay, and Derek was getting things done, getting the kids to school. My mom was helping getting the kids ready for school, all that stuff. So they were doing okay. So they would come up to the hospital to visit me, bring Soraya, pick up the breast milk. You guys, I have tons and tons of breast milk, and it's all going to waste because they were put in the refrigerator, it wasn't being frozen, and I was so engorged. I was pumping way more than what she was eating. I was pumping every 2 to 3 hours, and yeah, I just have so much breast milk that's going to waste. So many empty bottles we had to just pour out. She did use it while I was in the hospital. She did have to take formula sometimes too, which sucks, but I mean, at least she was eating. She was drinking from the bottle just fine, and she's been back on the boob just fine. So you know, that's going okay. So anyways, I was in the hospital, you guys, for a total of 5 days. I feel like I was lied to, tricked, bamboozled, and I said I'm never going to the hospital again. But I will say that the doctors did make sure that I was well taken care of. The nurses were excellent. They really did have to come talk to me. It was like, girl, we cannot just send you home because you don't want to be a statistic. One of the doctors that was like on the main doctor on the floor, was a high risk floor, was saying that she did have to stay at the hospital 10 days after having her first child for pre-eclampsia, and you have to just make sure that dosage is correct so that you don't go home and get sent right back, or you don't bleed from your brain, you don't have a stroke, or you don't have a seizure, you know. So they're really trying to let me know that this is very important. We can't just send you home because you're upset, because, you know, I was asking the questions I wanted to know. After I was there for the 3rd day and they wouldn't let me go home, I was like, I need answers. What's the plan? What's the procedure? What happens if this medicine doesn't work? What happens then if this doesn't happen? You know, I was asking all the questions, and I think they really wanted to make sure I knew and understood that, girl, you can't just go home. So they got the medicine right. I'm home now. Trying to catch up on things, but just been relaxing for the most part. We have Christmas in 2 days, you guys. I'm excited for Christmas, but I did want to come on before we jump back into the vlogs and just update you guys on what has been going on with my postpartum journey. My blood pressure has been good. I've been taking my blood pressure twice a day. It's been in the regular range. I went to my doctor and saw a nurse. They checked it, and I'm also part of this program where I'm gonna have like a doctor call me every so often, or a nurse call me every so often, and update my doctor on what's going on, look for certain signs, and just help me along the way while I have pre-eclampsia. You can have I did learn you can have pre-eclampsia up to a year after having your baby. So hopefully you guys pray that I don't have it that long. Pray that I can get weaned off my medicine soon. And that's one good thing about, I guess, having preeclampsia. It's not like having high blood pressure. It's not going to turn into that. It's just due to pregnancy. So at some time or at some point it will go away, and I won't have to be like on a blood pressure pill forever. But I am taking 2 pills right now that help keep my blood pressure regulated, and over time they will wean me off of those pills. And I don't know the process for that, but I'll keep you guys updated, letting you know how I'm doing and what's going on. And I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank you guys so much for all the comments and well wishes and blessings to our family for our new baby girl, Soraya. The kids have been enjoying her. We have always been loving on her, and happy my mom's here to help us out. But I will see you guys in the next vlog, probably a Christmas Eve vlog. And until next time, bye.